How are we looking, fam? Wait, I'm gonna be showing my arms, aren't I? Push it. I'm out of breath now. 5 years ago, I set a body goal. I wanted to be as sort of big and muscular as I am now. I'm still out of breath from the push-ups. I would go online literally every single day and watch body transformation videos of guys who looked similar to how I did, like pretty skinny, scrawny, kind of like skinny fat kind of kid. And I'd watch their transformation. They'd be training for like 3 years and get jacked in 5 years, whatever, of training and calisthenics and stuff. And the end goal of having a body that looked like a Greek god was amazing to me. I learned that's what bodybuilding literally is. That's the whole point of bodybuilding, is picking out each part of your physique and thinking about improving it. It's such a nice way to train that I fell in love with it. And I did it consistently for 5 years, and this is where I'm at now. So I've been putting like clips up, hopefully. I'm still out of breath, holy fuck. I should train neck. I need to shave. What's life like after you've reached your weightlifting goal? So for me personally, it's let me be very, very flexible with my training and my diet now. Since 5 years in, I've already hit my goal. The rate of muscle loss is not really that fast when you're that advanced. You don't lose muscle that fast if you just stop training for a week at a time, or if you ate bad food or something. So you can keep your progress and how well you've done even while taking time off. So it's, now that I've reached my goal, it's made it very easy to be flexible. I can take a day off and it won't change anything. I can eat the foods that I eat, that I've made videos about, that everyone seems to be so crazy about, like, Hamza, how can you eat that? You eat McDonald's every single day. Like, yes, I do, because I've already hit my goal. That means that I can really enjoy life a lot. I don't have to think about calories. I can pig out for an entire day, triple my daily calories, and that's fine, because I know that I'll just essentially get back to it tomorrow. I'll eat a bit less, and the day after that I'll eat a bit less, and I can have that flexibility because I've already reached this goal. Now, I have some advice for someone, or like a young male, similar to how I was, if this is the exact sort of transformation that you wanted to go through. There's a lot of stuff I've already put on my channel, and that's like the whole reason why I've started this stuff, was because I, as a young male through like school, I would look through these videos, like these little transformation help and all this stuff. If you wanted to change your life a little bit but you were struggling, this is where you'd come to. And so now I'm trying to give back to that. So if there's like a little loser like I was, like, what's up? You'll get some pussy soon. I changed up the vibe a little bit. So since I started weightlifting to now, I'm a lot more confident and happy as a person. This has been pretty much the greatest hobby I could have ever asked for. And so to bring it here 5 years later has gave me a lot of fulfillment in life. To hit a goal, my goal, if you didn't know, most of my friends, it was literally just to get jacked. I didn't once care about strength at all, in terms of, it was literally just, I wanted to have like a Greek god physique, this whole idea of like an aesthetic body. I love the look of it. I always used to see it in magazines as a kid, and it used to motivate me. I used to try to do push-ups and stuff. I remember my one friend back years ago as children is like, I wanted us to do like a six-pack challenge just because I wanted a six-pack, but I didn't want to do it by myself for some reason. So Hayden, if you're watching this, shout out. I already feel like I've hit my goal, and I feel like I hit that a while ago, to be honest. I feel like I hit that about a year ago. I felt like I was jacked. Speaking to people, they would sort of, one of the first things anyone would say to me was like my size. They just sort of mention it. I'm not even huge, that's the thing. I genuinely, I wear size large t-shirts. I'm 170 pounds, 6'1", which isn't, if you know about weight scales, you know that that's quite weird. That's not impressive at all. 170 pounds at 6'1". I started at 115 pounds, so that's 60 pound difference. Years ago when I started this sort of journey, when I was about 17 years old, this is how I wanted to. I would see body transformations, and there was a particular sort of physique. It wasn't so much about sort of a size or muscularity or whatever. It was like, it had to be aesthetic, but not ultra lean. I never liked that shit. I never liked like this like fully shredded, and plus I'm a guy who loves eating, so I feel like this physique I've got now is the one that will be compatible with my lifestyle, and it's made me feel so happy that eating loads of food, doing like very flexible workouts where I'll go in there every single day. I go to the gym at what time I want, and I only go and do what workout I actually want as well. I'm so flexible. So if you're wondering how I got to this point, if you're sort of a young guy who's weightlifting, the most important thing, honestly, about 2 years into it, I realized that this was going to be something that I did for the rest of my life. It made it so lovable. It made it into like a hobby that's just a part of me, and it's just like sleeping and eating, where it's just like a normal part of the day, because I made it into a way where it's so flexible that I actually love training, and I love the gym, and I love everything about it, because I never wanted it to be a thing where I didn't want to go to the gym and I would. Because if you don't want to do something, then there's a reason for that. You want to do something else, and I always wanted a life where I could go and do the things that I want, and that's why I've always said like I'll eat all of like the food that I want. I barely ever track my macros and stuff, and I've literally got like salted caramel squares right there to eat when I'm editing this video. So I've always been a flexible guy, and this idea that I was going to train for the rest of my life was so good, because it meant that there was no rush with my progress. So I was fine that knowing if I really worked hard, and if I perfected my diet, someone else could have had a video similar to mine where they got my body in 3 years. But the time's passed anyway, and we're both at the same point, and I loved every second of my journey. I never once said no to food that I really wanted. I never once said yes to a gym session that I really didn't want to go to. And I feel like that's very important, because I always say this, I'm quite a lazy guy. I'm quite like just a laid back, chill guy. And I feel like that this is such a sick way to train, is if you know that you're going to be training for the rest of your life, you're not stressed out about missing a day. It should be more about enjoying the journey and actually love training. Take some time, be really flexible, and just, it's almost like delaying your progress for happiness. And if you want the fastest progress, you want the best transformation and the highest numbers, then respect to you, really, respect to you. But that's not me, at least not for this. I never thought of myself as like, oh, I'm gonna challenge people, I'm gonna try and go really fast in my transformation. Yeah. All right. That's the end of the video. Fuck off. Shout out to my 32 subscribers. We're gonna make it one day, boys.